into the month of October we go as the Premier League is about to come to a halt. That's right, the international scene is just around the corner. But guess what, folks? We have a new manager of the month, and we're going to take a look at it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another fantasy football update, boys and girls. And today, we're going to take a look at who is the latest manager of the month. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things fantasy football, Premier League, boys and girls, Championship related, Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related. We got all here, boys and girls, under one roofski. That's right. So let's take a little look, shall we, at how we got on so far. Well, I'll take a little look first, shall we, at my score here. 48 points on the board, not great. In fact, the average last week in game week 7 was 51. But that's not what we're here, folks. We're here to take a little look at the current state of flux out in the Blackburn Rovers cash cow. That's right. The current leader is I Really Need the Toilet, and that is Joe Todd. But I don't know, he might not be the manager of the month. He's just the current leader after 2 months combined. Now, I don't want to let you know that I have finally got in touch with the August manager of the month. I've paid him. He's done and dusted. Now, let's take a little look at who won the month of September. It is actually the manager of a Peaky Blinders team who got 206 points for the month of September. His name is Dario Nilaj. Now, if you are the manager of the month, if that is you, Dario Nilaj, you need to get in touch with me one way or the other, whether it is on Twitter, whether it is on Facebook, whether it is on YouTube, in the comment section down below. You need to get in touch with me. Now, the best way to do that, and what we've done so far, is I've created a Discord. Now, hopefully, I will stick the graphic above me to give you the code to join this Discord, and also in the description there'll be the Discord as well, the URL where you click on it and then you'll join it, and then you can get in touch with me left, right and centre. So, and that's how the first guy got in touch with me. I think it was right here, Abel, and then from that point on we managed to communicate and eventually got him paid up for the manager of the month for August. So congratulations to Dario. Unfortunately, I Really Need the Toilet just did third place with 201 points. There's a joint second place there. If that was the case and we would have had a joint leader, well, you've had to split the manager of the month award. That's how it rock and rolls, boys and girls. But anyway, let's take a grand look at the state of play. I'm actually all the way down 36th at the moment, so not great. About 40 odd points, 50 points off top spot. So Joel Todd currently running away with the $100 prize should he come out on top at the end of it. Ben Pugh is in second spot alongside Dane Doon and the manager of the month, Dario. Where the heck's he in this cluster? There's the manager of the month from August. There he is. So well. So that's the current state of flux as it is right now. So take a look at how I got on with my boys. Should have kept Patricio on the field. He got himself 9 points. So I might have to make some changes for that as well. I did make some transfers. So let's take a look at my transfers. I decided to drop Greenwood and Grealish. I swapped basically Grealish for McGinn and Ayew to come in as well because he's getting actual game time. Greenwood's fleeting at the moment, so he might get the occasional minute, but he's not really seeing as much action. But Grealish was still with the team before I made the transfers, as was Greenwood. So I must have made those transfers after, so they must come into effect for this week. In fact, this is the state of flux for my team right now. I might make some changes as well. I think I did change it up a little bit. Because Patricio between sticks against Manchester City is not the greatest idea. In fact, let's take a look at the matches that are going to take place this week, and I'll give you my sort of synopsis of where you could lose or gain some points in matchday number 8. So here are the games that are going to take place this match day. Brighton against Tottenham, Burnley against Everton, Liverpool against Leicester, Norwich Villa, Watford, Sheffield United, West Ham against Crystal Palace, Arsenal against Bournemouth, Manchester City against Wolves, Southampton against Chelsea, and Newcastle against Manchester United. Now, these are the ones that I feel that you're likely to get some points from. Some may surprise you, some may not. Burnley, I think they'll do one over on Everton. I think they'll come away with like a 2-0 or a 2-1. So if you've got any Burnley strikers or attacking players, this is the time to play them. Moving forward, West Ham against Crystal Palace. It's an all-in affair. I expect a lot of goals in this one. Maybe a 3-2, 2-1, at least 3 goals in this game. I think West Ham have started the season well, and they look to continue that, because this is possibly one of the greatest chances to get top four football. I say that, or maybe I just should say European football, if anything, because they look good right now. The other teams above them, the Arsenals, the Man United, they're up for grabs right now, and Man United and West Ham have shown that they can compete up there. Meanwhile, I also think Arsenal will get a good result against Bournemouth. They picked up an okay point on the road at Old Trafford, not too grand, but it's at least a point on an away point going in the right direction. And of course, Manchester City against Wolves. I expect 3-0, 4-0, something like that, without any response from Wolves. So Patricio, definitely drop him. Aguero's, your De Bruyne's, all that kind of stuff. That's when you're going to play them, maybe even triple captain their asses, because it could be quite a few points on the board here. As for ones to avoid, Brighton against Tottenham. Tottenham just had a bit of a spanking in the old Champions League, so they're not going to be looking forward to this match. I think this is a good chance for Brighton actually to turn it around. I've already made my predictions for the Premier League for this week, and I might have favoured Tottenham, but after that shambles 7-2 loss at home, this might be a chance for Brighton to pick up some points. Liverpool gets Leicester. I'd avoid that one as well, because I think Leicester are a decent side. This could be a game where they might drop points. Again, I have predicted Liverpool to win this one, and I think they will. I just think you're going to concede some goals, perhaps. Leicester probably going to score a goal or two. So if you've got a Van Dijk or a Trent Alexander-Arnold or someone in your defence, this might be a time to rest them, purely because they could lose some goals. It's not going to be a clean sheet. I think it's going to be at least a 3-1 for Liverpool. So a chance for maybe to play some other defenders. What else have we got? And avoid the Newcastle-Manchester United game as well. Avoid that one. I don't know. You just don't know what Man United you're going to get. There's a lot of injuries knocking around. I don't know who's going to be playing where. As for Newcastle, they look up for grabs. Anyone seems to be putting goals past them. Leicester stuck 5 past them last week. But it is at St James's Park, and it is Steve Bruce going up against one of his old boys back in the day. So it's just one of those confusing games that you just don't know where it's going to land. As for the other ones, Southampton, Chelsea, there's points to be made there as well. But ultimately, these are the games I think you should bank. The green ones and the red ones, avoid like it's hot. So going back to last week's action, let's take a look at the actual dream team. This is the one that could have got you the top amount of points, and that is 123 points. Were up for grabs if you had picked this team. That would have included Josh King and Vardy up top, scoring goals. Jorginho, Ronaldo, Malakovic, Willian and Mahrez. That's 50 points across midfield. Doherty, Pereira, Evans and Guiata at the back. That's the team that would have given you the most possible points. But what about the actual team, the top team this week? That was the top team. This is the team that actually got the most points, a few points less. He actually played his bench as well, so that also adds some value. He did have Patricia between 6, Doherty, Van Dijk, Maguire, Bowley and Ake, De Bruyne, Tielemans, Felipe Anderson, Kane and Vardy up top. Schmeichel added to his tally, McTominay and King as well. So a decent squad. A decent haul, 118 points, and that for him, he's not in our league, but puts him top at game week 7. He's at the 81,000th, whatever. He's not doing that well in this country of Ghana, put it that way. He needs to be a little bit higher. But anyway, not too shabby indeed. So let's take a look at the statistics then. Top players overall. De Bruyne still leads the way, 63 points. Aguero second. Aubameyang is third. Salah fourth. And Pukki, who's had a bit of a quiet couple of weeks, is in 5th spot. Take a look at the top goalkeepers so far. Fabianski, but he's out for the next few weeks, I think. Patricio is still up there. So is De Gea, Anderson, and Ryan occupies the top 5. As for the top 5 defenders, Pereira's doing bits. Alexander-Arnold, Lundstrom, Peters, and Ward. Like I said, Peters and Ward still of good value. Pereira's up there now. Well, he's a middle of the road defender, 6.1, but he's playing as an £8 million defender as it stands. Into the midfield, the top players, we mentioned them all, a bunch of them already. De Bruyne, Salah, Sterling's up there now. Mane and Mahrez make the top 5. Mason Mount just outside. Top strikers, Aguero, Aubameyang, Pukki, Callum Wilson and Tammy Abraham up there. Tammy Abraham's cost you 7.6. Whereas the top 2, obviously, a lot of money still in them. How about the top players coming in and out this week? Let's start with the top goalkeepers transferred in. A lot of people decided to bring in Pope this So the top players coming in this week for goalkeepers wise, Henderson was picked 27,000 times by a number of clubs around the competition. Patricia was also picked 22,000 times as well. Is that right? Yes, it is. Adrian's been picked 19,000 times by a bunch of people. Ryan as well, and Edison. How about players going out, goalkeepers going out? Let's take a look at those. Fabianski's been dropped 58,000 times. Obviously, the injuries causing all kinds of problems. De Gea, Anderson, Button, and Pickford have been dropped heavily as well. As for the top defenders being dropped, Wan-Bissaka has been dropped 78,000 times this week. Digny, Aurier, Walker, and Van Dijk has been dropped as well. As for coming in, top defenders coming in, Lundstrom, Tamari, Pereira, Cresswell, and Peters. Looks like the trend for midfielders coming in. Mason Mount, Yarmolenko looks good as well. 136,000 people brought Yarmolenko in. De Bruyne and McGinn, I was one of these bad boys, and Mahrez being brought in as well. As for transfers, midfielders going out, Salah's been dropped 74,000 times this week. Sterling, Cabellos, De Bruyne, and Cantwell as well. And as for the strikers, Pukki's been brought out 85,000 times. Barnes has also been dropped 56,000 times. Rashford, Jimenez, and Abraham has been dropped as well. As for coming in, top strikers coming in, Abraham, Aubameyang, King, Callum Wilson, and Pukki been brought in and out, boys and girls. So that's the state of flux right here, right now, with the fantasy football. Obviously, I am still, my main key for this week is to get a hold of the winner of the match, the manager of the month for September. So if you are said person, which we'll go back and take a look at once again, just a reminder, if you are Peaky Blinders, aka Dario Nilage, get in touch with me quick time, because I want to get your prize money to you before it's too late. And again, after this round of matches, we'll head into the international break, so there'll be a week without a fantasy football update, but we'll be back middle of October for match day, what is it, number 9, something like that, out in the Premier League. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up, and if you are new, smash and subscribe to the channel. New videos pretty much every single day right here, whether it's fantasy football, Premier League predictions, Blackburn Rovers, whatever we got it right here under one roof. Until I see you again, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.